Great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Tannehill. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones, 42 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. This is the tight end fan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He's at the 40. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And now the Broncos are going to line up and elect to go for two here. Bridgewater will try and throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Broncos 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Now Tannehill. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Tannehill.
That's taken in by Fertzer.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
A first down carry for Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. To the air again with Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Rolling to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flushed out right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Still going. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Think he's got some unfinished business after taking that all the way down to the 1?
There's no doubt in his mind that he has unfinished business. How upset would he be, even though he won't show it, if the play call comes in, quarterback keeper, bootleg, maybe someone else carrying the football. He's done the heavy lifting. Let him take it across the goal line.
They'll roll him out right. A check down here for Henry. And it's a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing, Bridgewater. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. On 2nd and a long way to go. Bridgewater finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Really good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Spencer. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Brings up 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get...
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they sent him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And again, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23.
On first down, Tannehill. Buying time to his left.
This will be caught once again by Brown.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chester Rogers there to make the grab, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And did the Titans get this? Yes, Tennessee football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game and we can kind of do what we want.
Now a throw here to his running back. First down and much more for Henry. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
A big play that time on the catch and run. On first down, it's Henry fighting his way through contact. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Second down and goal. Tannehill. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return is Spencer.
And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.